Everyone, I'm back. First off, let me apologize for the last video where the audio was greatly reduced when I went off camera, but I didn't have time to fix the audio mixing because I had to be somewhere at 11 in the morning the next day, and I was up till 6:30 in the morning making that video and finishing it up, and it was too late for me to fix it. But at least you can at least turn up the volume and at least have that power. I apologize. But anyway, this is part 2 of the video. Apparently E3 has just finished and we got more information about the new Ace Attorney game. In an interview with the producer Ishiro, he said that they are releasing the game as a digital download to reduce the time gap between the Japanese and English release. So the lack of long-term retail support was not primarily the reason for it going digital only. It was about being convenient in the development schedule. Most importantly, if fans push hard enough for a physical release, Capcom will consider it. Even though the producers said that they would consider the physical release if fans push hard enough for it, I'm sure we can all agree that there is a higher success rate in tackling something that is possible compared to something that is unlikely. Now, going back on what I said in the last video about this game doing well as a digital download as a means to warrant going back to physical again, the question that everybody has, whether you afford a digital release as a means to continue the series here in the West, or if you're against digital download only due to preference or desire for product security. I'm looking here at a concern, and someone's asking if the game does well as a digital download. Will that be enough, or will physical releases be in the cards for the future? And one of the mods says, nothing can be said for certain besides that if the newest Ace Attorney game is a success here in the West, the A series will likely continue to be brought over. But I think all Ace Attorney fans already know that. If it does well, it will continue to be released. But the question is, in what format? There is no 100% certainty that if this game does well as a digital download only, the series will continue to be digital only. Neither is it 100% certain that if it does well, it will get popular enough to receive physical retail again. However, since the producer has said that if fans push hard enough for a physical release, that they will consider it, I can't help but feel that this game doing well as a digital only release can play a major part in that push. Now, what is certain is if the digital download doesn't do well, the series will discontinue here. And for those of us who truly wish to see the Ace Attorney series move on past Duel Destinies in any shape or form, we will want to avoid that at any cost. Now I have to move on to technical support issues that are concerning fans from buying the game digitally. A common concern is, what happens if my 3DS accidentally breaks? Well, fear not, my junior attorneys. If you read or listen to other people's cases of when they broke their 3DS, it is possible to recover downloaded games. All you have to do is be registered to Club Nintendo, and they'll do a transfer for you. The key thing is you have to register and link up your Club Nintendo account with your 3DS, which you can do under settings. More specifically, under the eShop settings. Here, let me show you. But it is possible to get the transfer and a free repair if you let them know. So if you are a 3DS owner and you haven't registered for Club Nintendo or haven't linked it up with your 3DS, by all means do that now after this video, because that is what ties your purchases onto an account to your 3DS. It's not as user-friendly as Xbox Live or PSN, but it is possible. Just link your Club Nintendo account with your 3DS and you're good to go. Now, instructions on what to do if your 3DS is stolen are listed here. They're a bit extensive, so you can pause the video if you want, but basically you have to file a police report and send in the copy of the police report through fax or email. The only really bad thing about being digital download only is not the case of recovery or anything like that. It's if it ever gets taken off the market, then there's no other way to get it. Now granted, those have happened before with digital download only games before, but it doesn't really happen that often. Especially since the series has been getting multi-platform re-releases, such as on the Wii and iOS. It's safe to say that even with future hardware, that they will continue to be more releases of the games that might one day even include Duel Destinies. That usually deals with how long the license is up, but considering the good relationship with Nintendo and Capcom, it's probably going to be on for a while, like years. You can probably get on the 3DS or PSN or Xbox Live and still find games that first got on there like 5 years ago, maybe even longer. But in the meantime, as the producer said, if fans push hard enough for a physical release, it can happen. Even those who are adamantly against the game being digital only are willing to join the push because this is their opportunity to try and get the game in their preferred format. So what do you say, everyone? Shall we set aside our physical and digital format differences and seize this opportunity to ensure that our favorite video game series survives from going into isolation in Japan for years to come? I say we collide our social networks, expand our word of mouth, broadcast all over YouTube and Reddit, and let people know that we can indeed push hard. Need more hype? Here's more character reveals for you.